What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. Yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and that Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there. So please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get them notifications, it's going to be some information that's going to help you win, all right? And in today's video, we can talk about credit, how scams are, how fraudsters and scammers are turning credit into cash. Yes, how scammers then converted over to the credit world and are making thousands to millions of dollars fast. And a lot of people since COVID-19 have been into the COVID world, into the credit world. A lot of people since COVID-19 have witnessed people get millions of dollars in loans, utilizing credit, utilizing business credit, and now they want to get some money. And now they're starting to see how important credit is. A lot of people don't understand credit is the number one money game in the world. It revolves around anything and everything that we do. And credit can actually help you invest and be more blessed. Credit can help you save money, and credit can make you make money. And fraudsters and scammers are starting to see that, because wherever there's money being made, there's some type of fraud or scam being committed. Now, people who know me, it's basically a lot of people getting to the credit world and doing a lot of fraud and doing a lot of scamming. Now, scams and fraud has been going on in the credit world before COVID-19, but COVID-19 popularized it. It made it more aware, made people more people see what can be done when it comes to credit, and people figure things out. People figure out loopholes, because like I tell you guys all the time, wherever there's money being made, there's some type of scam or some type of fraud or some type of scheme being committed. So that's just what the real is, because people turn anything into a method nowadays, especially if it gets money. So how are people utilizing credit to get hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions of dollars? Now, it might not even be a scammer. It might be somebody that just want to get some money real quick. It might be somebody that understands the credit world, because at the end of the day, the people who are in the upper power, the people who know about credit, they utilize these loopholes all the time. Some of these loopholes are not illegal. Some of them are just fraud upon, like CPNs are fraud upon. Some people know how to utilize trust funds and bankruptcy. Some people know how to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, and put some of them, like, people know how to do different things, and it all comes from knowledge, information, and resources. So credit, why is credit so important? How are people changing their life off credit? First of all, credit allows you to be able to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. So if you got good credit, dang, if you got good credit profile, and can show that you've been managing money, you'll be able to get some type of funding. And depending on what you have on paper, how much money you make will determine how much you get lent. Now, on the business side, people understand and that it takes money to make money. And if you have a LLC, a business, and a structured business the right way, and you have the exact, just like on personal credit, on business credit, you have to have a structured business credit profile. You have to have debt. You have to show that you can manage money on the business side also. So people understand these type of things, and they say, okay, on the personal side, you can get personal loans, credit cards, lines of credit. And on the business side, you get personal loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. But it's a little different on the personal side because you can get 12-year $1 million loans on the business side. You're not getting $1 million loan on the personal side. You're not getting a $250,000 loan on the personal side. Only type of loans you get like that are mortgage loans. And most people don't understand that there are credit tiers, meaning that if you never got a loan or anything in your name before and paid it off, you're still at tier one. So that's why people say when you get CPNs, you can only get no more than 50, 40, $50,000 in loans. And that's true because that's tier one. That credit profile is stuck at tier one. So people understand that there are numbers out there that have not been issued, and they find these numbers and they create credit profiles around them. And once they create these credit profiles, these are new entities, and these new entities can have new credit profiles. And since it's a new credit profile to a new entity, you can build those credit profiles up. Now, people get tricked and get duped, and who are green and thirsty and don't do their information get tricked out of these pre-built CPNs. And pre-built CPNs are other people's credit profiles. And people are still utilizing credit to generate some type of revenue. It's just with somebody else's credit profile. And people find other people's credit profiles who have decent credit scores. They utilize those, meaning that they get fake IDs and pre-built CPNs. And a lot of people try to get cars with these CPNs, these pre-built CPNs, but some people utilize the credit profiles. So they try to open up bank accounts, get secure Visa cards, credit cards, because secure Visa cards are typically easier to get when it comes to credit on the personal side, especially with somebody with decent credit when they open up a bank account. So they use that credit profile. They open up bank accounts utilizing that credit profile and a fake ID. They apply for Visa signature cards. They get as many as they can, and they get cash advances off all the cards. I just did a reaction video on this pretty young lady who her and her man was doing the exact same thing, utilizing somebody else's credit profile to get Visa signature credit cards and getting cash advances on all the cards. They probably got away with like $30,000. And they were so thirsty because they seen it was working so many times that they felt it was green. And that's what happens. It works so many times that you never know when that time's going to be when they get caught. So they kept going, and then they went to the lie at the bank and they got caught. So, and she was a stripper too. So people are utilizing pre-built CPNs, other people's credit profiles, and building them to utilize their credit to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And you gotta think there's so many ways to get people's credit information, with the dark web being out here and so many different businesses being compromised and hacked, and so many people being in different positions to work in different jobs to get this information. It's almost set up so these things can happen. Because at the end of the day, when we call the bank and they ask us for our information to verify our account, that personal information is right there in their face looking at it. And most of the time, these bank tellers are at the house. They're not in the office. Like 3 times out the week, they're probably at home, and 2 times during the week, they're in the office. A lot of these places is like that. A lot of these call centers is like that. When we call the operator, calling for car payments and all these different places, they more than likely are at the house. And that's what we need to start understanding, that this information is in the public already. We don't know what they're doing at the house. We don't know who they got around. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on in their brain. So people got to start understanding that it's not as complicated as people think for people to get certain information, because it's all over the place as little as we know. So they utilizing these credit profiles and getting as many as they can, and that's people utilizing CPNs, getting utilizing numbers that have not been issued, that has not been connected to anybody, that has not nobody's using, build those up, and 10 and 20 of those, and get businesses and get credit cards and do a lot of different things. So people are starting to utilize credit. People are starting to see that credit is a big way to get money, because most of the time all you need is documentation, and they go off what's on documentations. People learn between no doc loans and revenue based loans. Revenue based loans, all you need is documentations. People figure out and learn where to go to get these documentations from, these fraudulent documentations that help them get approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, large amounts. And if somebody has a credit profile that's not connected to them, they already like they mind is that they don't have to pay it back. That's free money to them. So if documentations is allowing people to get 50,000, 100,000, quarter million, $1 million loans with these businesses under CPNs, and people finding credit profiles or buying credit profiles off the dark web, or finding people who can access this information and utilizing these people credit profiles and getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. Credit is already set up to help you get money, and fraudsters and scammers are figuring out ways to utilize that. And even people on the legitimate side, the legal side, are trying to figure out how to utilize credit to get some money, to start a legitimate business, to get business loans, to get personal loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, to help them take care of certain business, pay certain bills, invest into their business, buy equipment, elevate and grow and build and become successful. So if it's built and meant for people to make money, it's going to be some type of scam or fraud being committed on the other side. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way the world is working right now. It's like a big dark cloud, slowly but surely covering the world with all these type of scams and fraud. Because like I said, scams and fraud is up 600 to 800% since COVID-19. So many people right now are, the world is like, everybody in the world is broke, so everybody's trying to figure out some type of way to get some type of quick funds and lump sum of it, a lot of it. So a lot of people are trying to figure out some type of method, some type of scam, some type of fraud to be able to get them a quick 10, 20, 30, 45,000 dollars, $50,000, $100,000. And we all know once they start and they see how easy it is, or the perception that it's easy and quick, they're gonna want to keep doing it, and then they gonna get hooked, and then people, it's just how it is. So it's all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being aware out there, because if you're not safe and cautious and aware, you won't know what's going on, and it could potentially happen to you or anybody that you know. So like I said, start getting y'all Norton Life locks, because it will monitor any account and any social media account, bank account that you have. So if any suspicious activity was to happen, you'll get alerted, you'll know, and you'll be on point. You can call and say, hey, that's not me, that's scammer. And they will also monitor the dark web to make sure none of your information is on the dark web too. So make sure you guys are getting your Norton Life Lock to stay on top of your information and stay protected. Also, make sure y'all getting new debit cards and credit cards every so often, changing y'all numbers on there, because every time we use our card and debit card in different places, that card number is now in that database, in that system. And we all know it's some type of hacks and leaks and things going on all the time. And if we are staying ahead of the game, staying 10 steps ahead, and every so often changing our cards, our debit card numbers, that information that is on that database will no longer be valid. And if it was to get compromised or hacked and they did try to use it, it would not work because it is no longer valid. All right. So just staying 10 steps ahead. You got to think, how many times did I use this card? How many different places did I use this card? That's a lot. Let me go ahead and, refresh my, you know what I'm saying? So start getting new debit cards, credit cards every so often after you have used them so many places and traveled with them and all different, because it's a lot going on. Also, make sure you guys are freezing your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience, so nobody can get any type of credit cards, loans, lines of credit in your name. Anything that deals with credit, it'd be frozen. And the only way they do it if it was unlocked, and they can't unlock it because they're not you. So make sure you guys are freezing your credit profiles if you are not using them. All right. So that being said, man, credit is on the rise. A lot of people are trying to get into the credit world for legal reasons, illegal reasons. A lot of people are starting to realize how credit can get you loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. A lot of people are coming up with new methods, coming up with new schemes, coming up with new plans to do different things, and it's just a lot going on out here with the credit world. All right, so that being said, man, just be more safe, be more cautious, and be more aware. Norton LifeLock, monitor every account that you got so you can get alerted, and keep your information off the dark web. Freeze y'all credit bureaus so nobody can get nothing in your name, and change out your debit and credit cards so somebody can use your debit and credit card information, because we use them all the time. So Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 unlimited gems are $1,000. But for limited time only, I am doing it for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is in Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all book y'all seat on the webinars Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 10 seats, 250. We're gonna talk about anything and everything I want to talk about, from personal credit, business credit, investing, passive income, real estate, wholesaling, life problems, business problems, whatever we're gonna talk about. All professional. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna chop it up, and these videos will end up on my podcast. So make sure you guys are ready to have professional conversations. All right. Also, make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour in person, limited gems, 3,500, $500 deposit, the rest of the money meet in person. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the month-long mentorship. 2,500, 500, 30 days, anything you need help with, let's get to work. Make sure y'all check out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App, me and their network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, women, gamers, streamers, and content curators. And make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell. All my YouTube channels, my IG, my Twitch, my TikTok, my music channel, King Hustle X1M, dropping new music videos, new albums. My latest one right here, Hustle and Flow. Make sure y'all check out the crypto world, because it's changing people's lives. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson, video, or live. Peace.